when the Northern California newspaper carried a story.
This is 1/3 of a roast I just cooked.
Gigantic footprints.
It's a 3-pound roast, so that's about 1 pound right there.
The term Bigfoot sort of
stuffed with garlic, Italian peppers, onions,
spent 20 years as a
Dublin cheddar,
an investigator. He's also been a senior executive in the technology sector.
And broiled in butter.
A book called The Hoopa Project.
And then I made a beer butter onion sauce that I soaked it in.
David, first of all, let me apologize.
It looks pretty good. I'm not going to eat all 3 pounds. I'm going to eat this 1/3 here, just 1 pound of it right here.
Let's start. The people that actually were on the scene at that time had been there specifically because there were some unusual events related to Bigfoot in the area. So there's some pretty compelling evidence that the creature made the noise.
I'll tell you what, let's start our interview this way, and we'll jump into the specifics in your book through the next hour or so. But I wanted to get from you a sense of the state of Sasquatch. You know, we have
every Bigfoot sighting that we could find on the net and hard copies for the western U.S. And it slowly took us down to an area between Northern California and Oregon. And then as we siphoned the data even further, it took us down to this location called Hoopa in Northern California. Now, Hoopa is located about 25 miles south of Bluff Creek.
It's really good.
And it's an interesting area in that it's a valley, and it's one of the biggest valleys
it tastes like
in part of California. And
medium well porterhouse steak.
A dedicated American Native
really, really juicy.
Since the late 1800s. And since
it's a London broil.
People that
cut it open, stuffed it full of chopped garlic,
significant period of time, and they weren't a very
and Italian peppers, and butter. I stuffed
butter
butter in there, a little bit of oregano, a little bit of paprika. Then I put it back together, and I got those little wooden skewers, you know, you get them for like, I don't know, you get like 50 of them for $1 at the supermarket. I put 3 of them in there to keep the thing in one piece, put more butter on top of it, put it in a tin pan with some tin foil on top, and broiled it for like 20 minutes. Took it back out, sliced it into 3, stuffed some onions in there, put it back in the oven again for another 10 minutes. Then I made the onion sauce in a skillet, chopped up 2 yellow onions,
we do believe
put in about
the Bluff Creek video is a real creature.
About 2 sticks
it doesn't
of
match
butter.
up with the sketches, the forensic sketches that we've done in that area, which is
cook it slowly
we can't
until the onions start to brown, get softer on the edges but still crisp in the middle.
And this will be the last question asked.
Pour half a can of Budweiser in there.
Did that hurt guys like
Let
you
that cook for a while until the whole thing becomes all brown and bubbly.
You know, when you go into the areas where
and then you pour that on top of it.
Regularly, the people
and that's what I got here. This is what I'm eating right now.
Professional approach.
And I'm telling you, it tastes like a top-notch sirloin steak in a steakhouse.
Because there's been some people in there doing it.
And it's very juicy and delicious.
And so after, say,
and the onions on the side are good. It's a good deal.
Interest. And
I say, hey,
I think the people
good stuff.
who live in those mountains and
London
know the
broil.
creatures there kind of
slice. See that onion clove here?
These kinds of mysteries, and you do get people that are reluctant to go on the record.
A garlic
telling
clove.
these stories because they're afraid of ridicule.
You know, when we first went into
ain't no vampires fucking with me tonight.
I made contact with Humboldt County Sheriffs in that area and with police. And there's allegiance amongst officers. And when I started to talk to them and explain my past, they said, well, Dave, if you're really here earnestly and you want to know the truth, we're going to put you in contact with some people who have knowledge. And they put me in with some elders and some people in the community who had some encounters.
Well,
and right from
I managed to spill some of this stuff on my shirt.
We're going to
so now
take your story.
It's official.
You have to take your story as seriously as we will. And by that I mean that if you're going to say that you saw something and we're going to investigate it, then I want those words put into an affidavit form, and under the penalty of perjury, I want you to sign that what you're saying is the truth. And I think that approach from the beginning gave those people a certain level of, gave us a level of professionalism in their mind that we were going to take all of this really seriously.
So there you got it.
And that we would devote some serious research